Hello everybody, and welcome to this video. As you can probably tell from the title, it's not something that's going to be very fun or lighthearted. This is going to be a kind of serious video, addressing some serious things, so if this is something that you're not interested in, maybe you shouldn't watch it, because it will be talking about some serious topics today. When it comes to drama, I try not to feed into it. I don't believe that my stream is a suitable place for something like that. In the past, as some of you have known and seen for yourselves, when it comes to drama, I'll make an announcement and move on from the situation. It doesn't need more than that, in my opinion. After what has happened, I was thinking about it long and hard, about what I should do in regards to this particular drama, I guess you could call it. I didn't know what to do. I talked to my friends, talked to family, I especially talked to my impalers and my boyfriend about what it is I should do. There was a lot of ideas thrown about, such as send them a message about what has happened and see if you can clear the air, which, you know, after some deliberation it was decided that that might be considered harassment, and that was decided not to be the best strategy to address this issue. So we kept thinking about it, and I kept coming back to, why don't I just make a video about it? Because the video lasts forever, as long as I keep it up, and even then, people can keep the video and, you know, upload it to whatever, and it stays. You can't get rid of a video. You can ignore a message, you can ignore a stream. A stream doesn't last very long. It can if someone saves it or records it, like I have with this particular stream. But a video is forever. So I decided to put this out there so that anybody else who is affected by this person can feel like they're not alone, and to know that if they are also having issues with this particular streamer, that they can come forward and talk about their story as well. I would be very interested to see how many other people have been affected by this particular streamer. I'm here to talk about my experience with this streamer. The streamer in question is a vampire streamer on Twitch. Her name? I don't want to assume pronouns, but she was a she when I knew her, so maybe things have changed since then. I don't know. Their name is Vampivania. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly because that name seems kind of difficult to say. I assume it's Vania. It's spelled V-A-I-N-A, so I assume Vania because it's a play on words with vein, vampire, vein, Vania, Vania. God, I don't know. Anyway, their original name was Vampy Candy. That's how I knew them. Recently, I had a stream with some people. We just put together a fun team together. It was just literally on the fly. I had my boyfriend on it who's just learning DBD. He's doing great considering he has like only a couple hundred hours on the game, if even that, I think. He's doing great. Zengro, who took a break from DBD for a really long time and has been kind of touch and go with DBD as of recently. He's been getting more into it, which I'm really proud of him for. And Sunder Series, who is a Coven member who comes by the stream every once in a while. And we've had fun on Swift Saturdays, so I figured, why don't you come and join us? It'd be a lot of fun. We can help get Bandit, my boyfriend, and Zengro more acclimated to DBD, and we'll just have fun. Like, I was trying to be a little tryhardy that day. That was my title actually for the day, was I'm going to try to sweat. But at the end of stream I was like, oh, I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of sweating my... I almost said a bad word. But you get the point. I was tired of it, so I just wanted to chill and hang out with some friends. We get into this one game with this Wraith. And we're just having fun. We're just memeing. And I'm trying to practice my flashlight, as some of you know. I don't usually use items with DBD, in DBD. I feel like there's a lot more mind game ability. That even a word? Mind game ability without items. Mainly because you can fake as if you're going to vault a window or pellet. A lot better if you don't have an item. Because if you have an item and you commit to the vault, the item disappears. And the killer is like, oh, you're vaulting. And then they'll know. So for the longest time, I decided I wasn't gonna use items. And, recently I've decided I want to get better at flashlights. specifically purple flashlights. They're a little more difficult. The accuracy of a purple flashlight is a lot less than other flashlights, so I've been trying to practice getting it, just getting it down, especially using a controller. So I have a few things stacked against me, but it's still something that I want to try and have fun with. So we were in this Wraith game. I'm trying to use my flashlight. I'm not even sure if I was using a purple flashlight at this point. I think I was like working my way up to that. And so we kind of bully this Wraith a little bit. And not like anything is like so bad that they're gonna quit the game or anything like that, but like, you know, we burn the Wraith a little bit. We're just kind of memeing. We have a few gens done. I think we get all 5 done by the end. Honestly, I don't remember. You guys know I play so much DBD in and out of stream that I can't remember every game. And I got caught. Like they faked a window and it was really good. I actually compliment the Wraith at the time. I was like, yeah, that was a really good play on their part. And a ball? Oh, really well done. Really well done. Good mind game. And they decide to hook camp me. And I'm like, okay. That kind of sucks. So I had people in my stream just being like, oh, camper, that, you know, that's trash, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's okay, you know? We did kind of bully them a little bit with flashlights. Like, I get it. Like, maybe they just weren't having a good time.
Camp or lame. Well, Keegan, in his defense, we've been kind of beaming him with flashlights, like, a lot. Like, a lot.
So, usually I dismiss any camping or tunneling because usually the killer, when they do that, they're not very good at DVD. I hate to say it like that, but it's honestly the truth. They're usually not good, or they have a personal vendetta against you, which ended up being the case. I ended up watching their stream after the fact, and they were out to get me specifically because they recognized me. And I thought that was kind of weird and crazy, especially the way that they were talking.
I want her so bad. Gotcha! Yes, you're mine. Oh, how the tables have turned, darling. Yes, I know who you are. I know who you are. I want her. I want her.
It's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of creepy. I say GG.
Good job, you guys. It was good. No, ban is in Australia. So the ping is even worse than EU.
GG's. And then I move on, because that's usually what I do. I had no idea who they were at the time. I even confused them for someone else, actually, after the fact. Like, I remember messaging my boyfriend and being like, oh, hey, it's that streamer, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, no, it's not. And I was like, oh, weird. So I even make a comment about it in the next game as we load in. I was like, oh, sorry, Bandit. I thought it was this one streamer, blah, blah, blah.
Bandit? I was talking about the other streamer that you went to, check out their stream the other day. The Australian vampire. That's who I was talking about.
I had no idea.
And it doesn't surprise me that she didn't have any salt. She didn't have any salt at the end.
Until after stream. And I was like, wait a minute. I think I recognize this name. And I go and check them out. And of course it's Vampyvania, aka Vampy Candy, as I knew them. And it gets better. It gets so much better. She launches into this entire story that I'm about to break down for you. Don't worry, I'm gonna break it down for you. About how horrible of a person I am and slandering me, basically. Just straight up lying to her community about what I did in the past that was just so awful to her because I am just a horrible monster.
I was very supportive towards this streamer. We're just gonna call them streamer. And all of a sudden they flipped out on me and started to blast me on the internet. And They embarrassed me in front of their entire community on stream, saying that I was stealing their ideas.
It just gets so good. Honestly, it's so good. Because she name drops me, she literally does it in the beginning.
Okay, so, once upon a time, when Vampy first started out streaming, she found this streamer called Vampire 20.
Because she does it, now the gloves are off. The way this was handled was completely unprofessional and kind of hypocritical, if I'm gonna say so myself. You do the exact thing that you claim and assume I do of you in your stream. But I digress. This video is going to be about that exact stream, everything she says, point by point, addressing it, and then I'm going to go one step further and talk about the character of this Vampy Vania. So buckle up, this is gonna be a long video. I have timestamps down below in the video description if you want to skip to any part in this video. Get ready, because literally I'm not gonna stand here or sit here as I'm actually sitting. I'm not gonna sit here and let somebody drag my channel's name through the mud over the fact that they were the ones acting unprofessionally and absolutely unacceptably back then and now, and manipulate an entire community to believe their lies. So, yeah. Let's get on with it. Okay, so the very first point that I'm gonna address is perhaps the most blaring one of them all, where she claims that I blasted her on stream, on my stream, in front of my entire community and made her embarrassed by doing so.
They embarrassed me in front of their entire community on stream, saying that I was stealing their ideas.
First off, where's the proof of this? I honestly do not do this. I have not done this with other situations that I've been in. As some of you know, I've been in quite a few drama situations throughout the years. Not once, from my memory, have I ever slandered someone on my stream. You know why? Because my stream is a place where I feel that people come to escape drama, to escape gossip, to escape just all that shit. Honestly, that's how I feel. And that's what my stream is about. If I have something to say about someone saying stuff, I'll take it to Discord and Twitter, because those are the places that I contact my coven the most. And I pretty much leave it there. This is the first time I've done a video on something like this, because I feel like there are more points to address here than I can even put in a Discord message or on Twitter. Definitely on Twitter. So this is the first of its kind. Back in the day, Vampy Candy would often lurk in my stream. They were starting out as a streamer, just beginning, and they would just often just come lurk in my stream. There was this one time where I remember this. I remember talking about how people were taking advantage of me and taking my content without asking me first. And I didn't say anyone specifically. I didn't at all. I was just saying it in general. It was like a conversation topic that came up because someone asked me what was going on with some of my tweets or whatever. And so I said, you know, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. They come out of the shadows, basically like saying something along the lines of, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds awful. You're not talking about me though, right? Never says anything ever in my stream comes out of lurk to say that. In fact, my Impalers and I thought it was so strange, we actually talked about it in our Impaler chat. Because it was just so weird that she came out of nowhere to say that. And at the time, I remember my response. Because, to be honest, I'm one of those people that doesn't outright say yes or no to people if they display some sort of behavior that's kind of questionable like that. I literally say something along the lines of, If anyone feels like this statement is about them, then maybe reevaluate the way that you interact with me. And I left it at that. I didn't say yes. I didn't say no. I didn't accuse anybody. It was just a general thing that we were talking about, and I made a general comment and a general response, to be honest. I don't feel like my response was terrible. And in fact, neither did she, because she didn't leave my Discord or my community after that was said. She stuck around. She stuck around a long time after that. In fact, I remember the next thing that happened. Right after all that happened with the whole stream I just mentioned. She reached out to me in DMs to talk about a shared community member. Vampy Candy thought it would be a great idea to go to each of their connections, I guess? Peers? Other streamers, I guess? Other content creators. I'll just leave it at that. They thought it would be a great idea to go to each one of their content creators that they knew to tell them about how this underaged person had caused this friend of theirs to have a mental breakdown on their stream. So, I, as someone who requires evidence to actually make an action, I require evidence before I make an action. I have always required evidence before I make any action, and most of you know that, and I appreciate the fact that you guys know that. So before I made an action against this particular coven member, I said, where's the proof? I went to this person's stream. Their VOD had been deleted. Completely deleted. So there was no proof. And Vampy Candy said as much. Vampy Candy said, oh, well, I don't have proof. And so my response was, well, I appreciate you letting me know and giving me a warning, but there's really honestly nothing I can do about this because you didn't give me proof. All you're doing is saying, so-and-so did this to so-and-so, and just trust me, okay? And I can't do that. Like, as a content creator who has people in their community, I can't just remove people from my community based on hearsay, especially considering you're claiming that this person was underage, but you're still going around doing this to all of your social people. Like, you're going around making this person an outcast who has already also like said that they have a mental, like they need mental help. You've even said that they have like a mental disorder and require this, like they hurt themselves or something like that, and you go out of your way to exacerbate this issue to someone who is underaged, and you do it without proof? My God. I'm starting to see a pattern here, but let's not get into it just yet. The next event that I actually remember was actually around the time that I had to evacuate my home because of the fires. If you guys remember, the California fires were really close to my home, so they were requiring all of us to evacuate the area, and anyone caught within the area was actually going to be fined and everything. So we packed everything we could. We had just moved. We had shit in boxes that we couldn't even get to, or even didn't even know where it was. But we could only grab the valuables that we had at hand. It was awful. It was the worst feeling in the world. That was perhaps the worst time I have had in my entire life. And we were literally in hotel rooms. My parents were in one with a dog. My sister and I were in another. And we lived there for like 2 weeks, I think. It was a long fucking time. During this time, I just had like, I had it. I was so fucking done with people taking advantage of me. And I'm not kidding you. Like, when I say people would literally come into my Discord. Well, first of all, they'd come into my stream, say, hi, do you have a Discord? And I'd be like, yeah, I have a Discord here. They'd join my Discord and then post nothing else but their Twitch link in the Twitch section I used to have. I don't have those anymore. Here's why. It would be so bad that there were so many people just taking advantage of this that I decided, you know what? I'm done. So I got rid of the Twitch channels. I got rid of a lot of social media sections on my Discord. I used to have a subscribers going live Discord channel where the Agbot would just automatically post like so-and-so is going live, and it would only be for subscribers. I got rid of that completely because I was like, who actually pays attention to these channels? No one. And it was a common complaint of people that I had too many Discord channels. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just get rid of all this shit. 2 birds, 1 stone, let's go. Just get rid of it. I make an announcement about it. I say very clearly, this is what's going on. The old clips channel, you need to get your old clips off this channel because it's getting deleted in a month. I locked it. I locked my clips channel as well. It was like a new clips channel. It was all locked. The new clips channel was just going to be for my channel's clips only. And I was just going to go through with this because I was really tired of this behavior. And I wanted to put a stop to it because I didn't want people coming to my community just to vulture from my community. In fact, one of the people that was brought up that was doing this, constantly coming into my channel to promote their channel, was Vampy Candy. And it wasn't something that I brought up. One of my impalers brought it up. And it was like, yeah, you're right. That they are one of the issues right now. Because they wouldn't like talk in my Discord at all. They'd just post a clip and go away. So we wanted this behavior to stop. We didn't talk to anyone specifically. We weren't outing anyone specifically. At least in a public setting. This was something that was within, you know, my impaler conversations. Even now, like, I'm not going to tell you who it was that said it, but just know that it was something that we were addressing at the time. A couple days later, Vampy Candy comes into my stream. Now, I'm not sure exactly how the conversation went. The VOD is gone. It's been gone for a long time. What I can tell you is that around this time, we have evacuated. It was during my month-anniversary stream that Vampy Candy came into my stream to ask me about the clips channel. To which I then said, oh yeah, we're changing the Discord. Read the new announcement. It talks about it there. I'm pretty sure that's all I said. I didn't say anything specifically about her or put her down in any way. I didn't say, yeah, you're the main reason why we're getting rid of these clips section, because that's not even true at all. I just said, yeah, the clips section is being closed down and it's changing. Read the announcement. The announcement had everything in it. That day, in the middle of my stream, she left my Discord. She straight up just left in the middle of my stream after that conversation. Which, to me, is absolutely mind-boggling, but it also tells me exactly what her priorities were. And that's okay, because my view at the time was that if you didn't want to stick around to be a part of my community, then I didn't want you around anyway. And that's still my view, to be honest. So, that was my view, and that is my view to this day. I have no patience for people who decide that they want to make their stream the main point. Like, I get it, it's your stream, it's your baby, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But don't do it in an attempt to take from someone else. A couple days later, I have a falling out with an ex-Impaler. Again, I'm not gonna mention names. This drama is long behind us. I don't want to mention names. But I will tell you they were a disgruntled ex-Impaler. And an Impaler at the time that I had went to speak to them. Because at the time, this disgruntled ex-Impaler thought that my tweets about copying people had been targeting them. And this Impaler of mine was trying to, I guess, ease the situation and was saying that the tweets were not about them. It would be more about someone like Vampy Candy and trying to just make the situation better. First of all, those tweets were never about Vampy Candy. They were just tweets to warn people in general that if you come and copy me, there will be consequences. That's it. It was just a warning. I never targeted anyone. I wasn't saying specifically, Vampy Candy, if you copy me, I'm going to kick you from my community. It wasn't anything like that. It was never targeted towards anyone. It was just a general warning. That's it. So for this Impaler to go out of their way to try and fix things, and just basically, in a way, kind of make things worse, yeah, that's what it ended up happening. Because this disgruntled ex-Impaler we ended up not having good terms. Like, we spoke, and it became very clear that they were trying to take advantage of me based on the conversation we were having. So we went our separate ways. As a form of retaliation, this ex-disgruntled Impaler decided to let Vampy Candy know that my tweets were about them and that I didn't like them. To which Vampy Candy then blocked me. And we want to go back to the whole being hypocritical. Literally in your stream, you talk about you should talk to someone if you have a problem with them, blah, blah, blah.
Anyone who goes on the internet and badmouths someone instead of talking to them in person is a child. Exactly.
If you had been approached by someone that I had said something, then maybe you should have come and talked to me like you talk about in your stream. This was the order of events leading to Vampy Candy banning me and removing me from their life. To which I was actually not too upset about, considering all the events that led up to this point. But little did I know that they would be turning around to try to spin this into some sort of victimizing story to gain sympathy from their community. I had no idea, man. Dear Lord. So, here we are. Oh, God. That's the timeline of my experience with Vampy Candy, aka Vampy Vania. Is it Vania? It's Vania, right? It's gotta be. I don't know where they get this idea that I put them on blast on my stream, when, from my memory, I did no such thing. And there were other people that I've dealt with who have deserved to be put on blast on my stream and have not been. The next point she makes, and this is the most hilarious one. Like, I can't even address this with a straight fucking face. I'm so sorry. She says that I went to all of our mutual friends and got her shadowbanned.
So, anyways, they embarrassed the shit out of me in front of their entire community, and then what they did was they went to all of my social media and got me shadowbanned on every single one of them.
Which to me is the most hilarious thing, because I didn't even talk to anybody about what had happened. It was literally like, oh, Vampy Candy's gone? Okay, bye Felicia, bye. Like, why did she think that I would go out of my way to message every one of our mutual friends to say, hey, Vampy Candy is this person who only wants to self-promote in your channel, so be careful? What? That doesn't even make any sense. But yeah, I guess because she went around doing it to the person that was underage, she just assumes that maybe everybody does that. And then of course, because no one was really talking to her, maybe something must have happened. I must have done something, clearly, because I have that amount of time and interest to do that. By the way, if you don't know what shadow banning is, it's the art of ignoring someone without actually banning them. So basically she's claiming that our mutuals were ignoring her, which I think is just absolutely ludicrous that she thinks that I did anything. But it's even more hilarious to me because I didn't do anything. If people shadow ban them, then that should tell you what kind of character this person has. Because I didn't go out of my way to run your name into the mud, Vampy Candy. You did that on your own. People shadow banned you because they didn't want to be with you. And that's a tough pill to swallow. I get it. I totally get it. But I didn't do it. I didn't shadow ban you. You blocked me, and you left my Discord of your own accord. Heh, almost rhymes. Anyway, I didn't do anything. The claims just keep getting better and better the more you watch the VOD. And this one is even more hilarious than the shadow banning one. It's the fact that they think that I copied them on TikTok.
After they got me shadow banned, get this. After they got me shadow banned, they stole my stuff. I shit you not. Not even kidding. They came along and took my TikTok ideas, and I had to take them down because I was like, I'm not. No.
First off, I don't even know what your TikTok handle is. The moment you left my Discord was the moment I stopped caring about you in general. And I don't mean that like in a mean way. It's just in a way that's just like, you made your intentions clear to me, so I no longer cared about what you did with your content or what you did in general, as long as you didn't include my channel in it. But here we are, so I guess that just didn't end, did it? But yeah, I have no idea what your TikTok handle is. Most of my videos are like finger challenges, stuff I find on my For You page, just general stuff that I find. I follow a couple people on TikTok, so I'll do like little reacts to them. Maybe I'll use their audio sometimes. But to actually say that I copy you on a platform that is based on the regurgitation of content with your own spin on it is kind of ridiculous, don't you think? TikTok is made so that you literally sit there and find content on the site that you're just like, huh, this seems interesting. Let me make a react to it. They offer a setting where you can just basically record yourself side by side with a video, and then also an option where you can literally take the first couple seconds or whatever couple seconds of a video you want and then tack on your end reaction or addition of content to that couple seconds. So to sit here and be upset that someone is copying you on a website or social media app that is based on the regurgitation of this content, doesn't that just strike you as just a little bit benign? Is that even the word I want to use? I keep using the word ludicrous. I don't want to keep using the word ludicrous, but literally this is... So when it comes to copying people's content, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I have never done that before, because I have. But the difference is this. I ask people if I can use their content. I actually go out of my way to DM them or reach them in any platform that they're at and say, hey, is it okay if I use this? I really enjoyed this in your stream. And if they say yes, then I say thank you. Thanks. I then use it in my stream. If they say no, then I say that's okay. Thank you for talking to me and giving me the time of day. And I go on my way. Another rhyme. If they're too big to ask for permission, then I always say that it was their idea first. For example, when we were playing 7 Days to Die, I took inspiration from Markiplier's video of blood moons every day. And I oftentimes throughout that stream said I was inspired by Markiplier's video to do this. To sit here and say that I'm copying you when you haven't even existed to me for basically over a year is, again, ludicrous. It's just crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. It just boggles my mind. And that, what's even more boggling is that her community eats it up. Her community just believes her. Literally just takes what she says at face value with no proof at all. And just like, yes, queen, yes. And just doesn't question it. They just accept it as fact. When, to be honest, nothing she said in her stream about me was rooted in fact at all. There's not even any proof about what she's claiming. So for the last part of this video, I'm going to address some of the issues that I have found in regards to their stream in general. Starting with, of course, the fact that I mentioned earlier that their actions really spoke for themselves when they left my Discord after finding out they could no longer post clips in my Discord. That really spoke for itself, honestly. The other blaring issue I have with this particular channel is that they constantly make issues out of stuff without bringing evidence to the table. So again, talking about the underaged person in our communities without bringing evidence to the table, just basically going around and saying she did this, he did that, blah blah blah, without any information whatsoever other than hearsay. And the same has happened with this stream. There was no evidence. Where's the clip of me saying this horrible thing about you? I honestly have not seen it, and I really don't feel like it would be something I would say at all. But the fact of the matter is that this person is willing to go to such lengths to smear anyone's name in the mud that they don't even need evidence to do it. They could just go around ruining people's lives because they feel like it. Like what happened with this underage person. The fact that they went out of the way to do this to someone who they claim is underaged, and they even admit in their message that this person was underage and had a mental disorder. It's very clear in this message that Vampy sent to me that this was the case. Yet they still went out of their way to ruin this person's life in all of their mutual arenas. But I'm not gonna take the word of someone who doesn't have proof. And that's what I'm asking you guys to do. Please don't believe anything you hear unless you see the proof for yourself. Anybody on the internet can say anything they want. The internet's kind of a big place and people can do that. There's a lot of people out there who don't like me. I understand. But I do not go out of my way to ruin other people's lives for the sake of feeling some sort of retribution. One final note before the end of this video. I think it's hilarious that this Vampy person decides to address the fact that all the content behind them is content that they made.
And she also accused me of stealing her stuff. Again, it drives me nuts because, hey, guess what? I made this stuff. I made this stuff. You see? Hold on. I gotta get my hands back. Alright. You see all this stuff? See all this stuff? All of it. All of it. All of this was made by me. I made this.
First off, the hands, the arms are creepy as fuck. Look at them wiggle. Sorry, that was just a side note. I just had to get that off my chest. It was just watching those arm physics. Just the point I'm trying to make here is that, of course, that content and all the graphics are stuff that you made, Vampyvania. You felt that you were being accused of being a copycat, that you were being accused of taking people's content without permission. So of course you would go back to the drawing board, scrap all your graphics from before. Of course they're new graphics. I just wanted to make this point. I thought it was just really funny that Vampy was talking about how all those graphics were made by them. And yeah, of course they are. I just think it's funny that you were making that point, like, duh.
I find out any of you have gone over there to tell her about this story. There will be issues, and I don't want issues.
Honestly, I'm just really confused as to why you would even tell your community not to tell me when you leave the VOD up for me to see. Maybe that was intentional? Are you doing it intentionally? It has to be intentional, right? Right?
But anyway, that was the last point. I just want to say that if you've watched until the end of this video, that I truly do appreciate it, honestly. Like I said from the beginning, this video isn't something that's like lighthearted or fun. I didn't really want to make this video. I don't really enjoy the fact that my channel's name is getting dragged through the mud, especially when this person is saying that I did the same thing to them all those months ago. It just doesn't make sense to me. It is a bit hypocritical And I mean, it just tells me exactly what kind of person you are. Thank you so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me. And if you watched it till the end, thank you. There's a lot that we covered in this video, a lot of evidence that I have that I'm presenting to you. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed, question mark? This is new kind of content for me. I've never made anything like this, so yeah, thank you for watching. I just felt like I had to clear the air. I know this video has been a long time coming. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. As usual, please don't bring this into stream. This is something that I want to keep just here on YouTube, maybe on Twitter or socials or whatever, just to kind of boost the signal a bit. But on my live stream, please don't bring this to the forefront. As I said earlier in this video, my stream is a place where people come to disconnect from that shit. On my stream, please don't come and bring drama to my doorstep. My DMs are open if you have anything that you'd like to say, if you have anything you'd like to share. My DMs are open. And if you don't feel comfortable contacting me, my impalers are also open to messages as well. It will eventually find themselves to me. So feel free to message them as well if you feel the need to do so. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm pretty sure this video covers most of my thoughts and opinions on what has happened. Don't take things at face value. Ching! And in case you haven't heard it today, you are awesome and capable of more than you even realize. Much love. I will see you maybe in stream, hopefully. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Hey my dears, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. This isn't content that I'm planning on doing very often. The only reason I really felt like doing this content, as I mentioned in the video, is that there was a lot to cover that just a simple Discord announcement or tweet couldn't necessarily encompass, so I decided to make a video about it. It's not something that I plan on doing more often in the future. It's just this one time, hopefully. I know it took a little while to come out as well. I know I said in the video that it had been a week, but realistically it's been almost 3 weeks since all this happened. The reason for it is I was waiting for hardware to arrive for the new editing computer setup. I was also trying to figure out new software situations because my last editing software wasn't working, so I had to find a new software that would work, and I did find one, and it seems to be really nice, so I might stick to it going forward. But yeah, it's been a while, plus I've had my health issues to attend to, so it's just been a huge mess of things. But honestly, I really do appreciate everybody. Thanks so much for watching and for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next stream, hopefully. Thanks so much for watching.